This shirt, you like the embroidery on this shirt? This shirt comes from Nepal.
Oh.
And you know that they've been having a lot of problems there because there were a big earthquake, and then just as they were starting to feel like everything was okay, another really big earthquake. So that's one of the reasons I'm wearing this, to send healing energy to all the people in Nepal. Hi, I'm Susun Weed. I'm here with my granddaughter.
Are we going to bowls?
Yeah, Monica Jean, and we're going to make a Linden infusion now. We've made a nettle infusion, and we made a red clover infusion, and we made a red raspberry infusion, and we made an oat straw infusion, and we made a comfrey infusion, and now we're going to make a Linden infusion. We used 1 ounce of dried herb for each of the first 5 infusions that we made, but with the Linden, we only use ½ an ounce of infusion of herb. That's 0.5, okay? So we don't want it to get to 1.0. We want it to get to 0.5.
We only want 5?
We only want it to come to 5. Is it there?
To 6.
6.
That's the mountain rose herb, right?
This is
6
commercial Linden, and you see that
it's 4.
It's cut and sift. Okay, well I got to put some back. How's that? Is that 5?
5.
5. All right. Oop, she wants a little more. Okay. And
Just so there's enough for the whole thing.
so there's enough for the whole thing. Okay. And now we're going to weigh out 0.5. Put the bowl on here, please. Did it go to 0? No. There we go. I didn't like it that I touched it and then you put the bowl on. All right, here's our own home harvested Linden. Every city has a Linden Avenue. Look for Linden toward the end of May, beginning of June, or even some northern areas. It would even be around summer solstice that you're going to be looking for the Linden. How are we doing? Is it 0.5?
It's a 4.
It's a 4, so we need a little bit more. Yeah, right? Oh, now what? How is it? All right, a little more here. Get it up to 5. Now, this certainly looks like a lot more than the cut, doesn't it?
5.
So this is ½ an ounce of our own home harvested Linden, and this is ½ an ounce of the commercial cut and sift Linden. This is one of the reasons that I usually use only ½ an ounce of Linden, because I do have a big Linden tree right outside my back door, and so I usually harvest from my own Linden, and as you can see, I probably couldn't get an ounce of my home harvested Linden into a jar. So because of its enormously fluffy nature, I use ½ an ounce of Linden, and that's true even if I'm using the commercial Linden, in which ½ an ounce looks like a whole lot less than it does. You saw us weigh it. You couldn't see the scale, but these jars both have ½ an ounce of Linden. Here's a Linden leaf along with the flowers. We'll just drop them in our basket while we're harvesting. No problem. Thanks, Justine. Really fluffy stuff. All right. Now we need some boiling water, right? That's the last part of it, is fill our jars up with hot water.
That's the only dangerous part.
That's the only dangerous part, and you very wisely step back to give me room to pour this boiling water. Thank you, Monica Jean. Giving me space there so I don't have to worry about burning you. Just worry about burning myself, and I've got a nice pot holder here and a nice slow pour. Actually, you know, Linden has a lot of mucilage in it, and it can be a little kind of, well, slimy, I guess is the polite way to say it. And that's also one of the reasons why I like to use the whole Linden flowers. You can buy whole Linden flowers. They're not as easy to get as the cut Linden, but you can indeed buy them. And that's my preference because the infusion doesn't taste so, well, it's not even so much that it tastes slimy, it's that the texture is kind of slimy with the cut herb and not slimy with the whole herb. But You can go to your local store and you can see if they carry whole linden flowers and try that, and see if they have the cut ones and try that. Somebody was telling me yesterday at the class on first aid that they really like the slimy linden, that they tried it from what they harvested and they didn't like it as much as the cut linden, that they were really into that slippery sliminess of it. And then I asked them if they had any health problems, and they said yeah, they had digestive health problems, and they found that the slipperier that the linden was, the better that it helped their digestive problems. Linden is an anti-inflammatory. Primarily what I use linden for is to calm down inflammation. What's an inflammation? It's when something is swollen or hot or red. Yeah, I'm looking for a lid too, and all we have left is little lids. We're going to have to find some big lids somewhere to put a lid on this infusion. And this, like all of our other infusions, brews for a minimum of 4 hours or up to 10 hours. It's the world's leading cold and flu remedy, cold and flu preventative, safe for premature infants, right up to that old woman who's 115 years old. Good for you too. Green blessings from Susun Weed and Monica G. Drink your way to health with nourishing herbal infusions.